We live in a world that is going crazy. The world is just going crazy, okay? Like everything goes too far, alright? Everything is going to be blown up bigger than ever, than how it used to be. Like the mainstream media always focuses on the negative things that is happening on this world. Every news source that is out there, just talks about negative stuff, and it's just getting crazy. Not only that, the world is just going too far with its like pushing people over the edge at some points. Like they're literally like forcing stuff, like feminist stuff like that, and transgender stuff on their freaking child. And I'm talking about that some people have like sons, and Sweden is an example. And there is like, you have a child and you have a son, and they're like the women or the mother or the father, even the father got to that point, like just bringing his own children, like taking it way too far. Like they're only 4 or 5 years old and they already like dress up like girls, and they say that they have no gender. And I think this goes way too far. Right now we just live at the most comfortable time period in all of humanity, and I think this is a problem, because if you always feel comfortable, the willing of you to survive in this world is actually going downhill, and that's a real problem. That's why suicide is actually a real thing and a real problem. Like the second most cause of death today in this world is probably suicide, and I'm not even surprised, because, well, it's just crazy. We all have technology, we all are comfortable, we all feel safe, and I think if you are in that position that you have way too much technology, way too much luxury, and comfortable in your own place, in your own house with no problems, and you're like a child, you're like a teenager, right? And your parents are doing work for you, or you have insurance money, like insurance money. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you have like the government is going to pay you money for your college and stuff like that. And I think that this gives you way more comfort. And yes, we have to do work, but let's be honest, even if you do work, most of the times you have just like you have like a boss, and you just go after your mobile phone. You always carry your mobile phone everywhere, and it's like we're addicted to it. It's like we're mindless zombies like staring at our phone. And it's kind of sad, that it's come to this part, because I kind of believe we live in a timeline where everything is so comfortable, where everything is so luxury, and that's the problem, because you're willing to survive. That survival instinct inside of you is actually going downhill, and when that goes downhill, you're going to be depressed, and the luxury that you thought that you had is also going downhill, because if you're going to be like every day on the same mobile phone, on the same computer, you're doing the same stuff every day, like with your technology, and it's like a repeated loop that you can't get out of, and it's really sad, and it's really deep. And I know this video is a lot different than most of my other videos, but it's also just because we're really in a timeline where everything is getting fucked up. I mean, we have literally women for feminists like rising up. There are more women with power, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, no, but you should have women who at least has the knowledge of understanding basic things, and not only basic things, also the knowledge about economical problems, economical situations and issues. They should have been graduated and studied. They should have at least graduate to understand these things. But nowadays, like, we're giving like women with like almost no basic understanding, who already have powers, and that is not only women, by the way. There's also a few men out there who have not graduated and now have a lot of power, and it's generally fucking up things, because you also have a few people out there like feminists who are pushing things like way too far, like, oh, women should have more power and stuff like that. But you have also women who is just like completely dominating their own children and feeding them up like with a lot of freaking bullshit. It's so sad that we have pushed this far, like literally children who isn't even the age of 4 or 5. They already dress up like women, you know? I mean, they're children, you're literally influencing their life. You literally have influence on their lives. You can literally change their life forever. If you're a child and you expect to be protected by your own parents, but in this case, like, it's going this far. It's going out of hand so far. It's just that these children are just their choices are being made for them. They're only like 5 years old. Like, what are we talking about? You cannot make just decisions for children. Yes, sometimes you have to make wise decisions, you know, about your children, but to make literally a really important decision is just, yeah, it's just crazy, right? It's just going too far. Everything is going too far. There's a lot of things that are going to be fucked up. Europe is going out of hand, and then we have Article 13 around the corner trying to take away our freedom, and this has to stop. I know this is a different type of video. I just wanted to try something out, and I haven't done really much research, but this is the problem. I am not even doing research, and you already see this thing popping up like a freaking ad. You know, it's like freaking ads popping up on your screen. Well, that's what's happening with today's media. And like mainstream media, you know, it's like all these freaking articles, all these freaking stories about how everything is changing, that they're boys and they think they're like pushing this shit. They actually think this is good for them, and that's just sad.